Love and peace. So we have reached exactly a year since I released Sheik Ali and his student Mohammed. I wanted to go ahead and release the free reading so that it can be put out into the ethers. This is an old Moorish story that I found in an old newspaper with the lesson of the temple is within. Once upon a time there was a great Sheik Ali, a holy man, who kept a holy tomb of an ancient prophet. The tomb was on a hill under a big oak tree, and the white dome could be seen for miles around. Lamps were kept burning by night and by day in the tomb, and if anyone extinguished them, they were miraculously lighted again. Men with sore eyes came to visit it and were cured. The earth around the tomb was carried off to be used as medicine. Women came and tied old red rags on the limbs of the trees as vows to the wonderful prophet. Nobody knew the name of the prophet, but the tomb was called Koher and Nebi, or Tomb of the Prophet. A green cloth was spread over the tomb under the dome, and incense was sold by the sheik to those who wished to heal their sick or drive out evil spirits from their houses. Pilgrims came from afar to visit the holy place, and its frame extended over all the land. Sheik Ali was becoming a rich man, and all the pilgrims kissed his hand and begged his blessing. Now Sheik Ali had a faithful servant named Mohammed, who had served him long and well. But Mohammed was weary of living in one place, and asked permission to go and seek his fortune in distant parts. So Sheik Ali gave him his blessing, and presented him with a donkey, which he had for many years, that he might ride when tired of walking. Then Mohammed, thus provided, set out on his journey, went through cities and towns and villages, and at last came out on the mountains east of Jordan, in a desert place. No village or house was in sight, and night came on. Hungry, tired, and discouraged, poor Mohammed lay down by his donkey on a great pile of stones and went to sleep. In the morning he awoke, and alas, his donkey was dead. He was in despair, but his kindly nature would not let the poor donkey lie there to be devoured by jackals and vultures. So he piled a mound of stones over its body and sat down to weep. While he was thus weeping, a wealthy Hajj came along on his return from Mecca. He was surprised to see a man alone in this wilderness, and asked him why he was weeping. Mohammed replied, "O Haji, I have found the tomb of a holy prophet, and I have vowed to be its keeper, but I am in great need." The Haji thanked him for the news and dismounted to visit the holy place, and gave Mohammed a rich present. After he had gone, Mohammed hastened to the nearest village and bought provisions, and then returned to the holy prophet's tomb. The Haji spread the news, and the pilgrims thronged to the spot with rich presents and offerings, and money came in. Mohammed brought masons and built a costly tomb with a tall white dome that could be seen across Jordan. He lived in a little room by the tomb, and soon the miraculous light began to appear in the tomb at night, which Mohammed had kindled when no one was near. He increased in fame and wealth, and the prophet's tomb came to be regarded as one of the greatest shrines of the land. At length Sheik Ali heard of the fame of the new holy place in the desert, and as his own visitor began to fall off, he decided to go himself and gain the merit of a visit to the tomb of the famous prophet. When he arrived there with his rich presents of red cloth, incense, and money, he stood in silence to pray toward Mecca, when suddenly he recognized in the holy keeper of the tomb his old servant, Mohammed. "Salam alaikum," said Sheik Ali. "Alaikum salam," replied Mohammed. When the sheik asked him how he came here and how he found this tomb, Mohammed replied, "The tomb is a great sir or mystery. I am forbidden to utter the secret." "But you must tell me," said Sheik Ali, "for I am a father to you." Mohammed refused, and Ali insisted, until at length Mohammed said, "My honored sheik, remember having given me a donkey? It was a faithful donkey, and when he died I buried it. This is the tomb of the donkey." "Mashallah," said Sheik Ali, "the will of Allah be done." Then they ate and drank together and renewed the memory of their former life. Then Mohammed said to Sheik Ali, "My master, as I have told you, sir, of my prophet's tomb, I wish to know the secret of yours." "Impossible," said Ali, "for that is one of the ancient mysteries too sacred to be mentioned by mortal lips. But you must tell me, even as I told you." A length of time passed, and the old Sheik Ali stroked his snowy beard, adjusted his white turban, and whispered to Mohammed, And my holy place is the tomb of that donkey's father. Mashallah, said Muhammad, may Allah bless the beard of the holy donkeys. I leave you in love and peace. Divine honors the Prophet Noble Drew Ali and the Moorish divine and national movement of the world. The temple is within.